My name is Laudin Yutiwala, and I am the student of Rehan School, Korangi campus. And my class name is Future Navigators. And today, a very honorable person with us. His name is James Saunders. So let's go and welcome him. Hello, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Sir, please can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Sure. Assalamu alaikum. My name is James Saunders. I'm 66 years old. I have four adult children ranging in age from 25 to about 44. I am married for the fourth time. I've been married since January 2020. I am located in the United States, place called Nevada, probably about 1 hour from California. Um, I am retired, so I do not work for anybody, and I am pleased to be interviewed by the young man before you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, sir, my next question is how did your experience as a drill sergeant in the U.S. Army Reserve influence your entrepreneurial journey?
Hmm, very good question. Um, my experience as a drill sergeant in the U.S. Army Reserve influenced my entrepreneurial journey because it was a very organized, structured kind of experience. I am a person that loves structure. I love organization. I do not desire chaos. So, being in the military taught me not to be involved heavily with chaos. It helped me learn how to accomplish my goals. And so when I went to becoming an entrepreneur, it was somewhat easier for me to to experience a valid journey.
Okay, thank you for answering, sir. Sir, my next question is how did CBD 2 win start and what have you learned from it?
I have had a person. He's he like me. I have a condition called multiple sclerosis, and he's from Texas. And he reached out to me one day telling me or asking me whether the company that I was involved in sold CBD. CBD is a substance that's involving um, our bodies. Our bodies have a cannabinoid system. People don't necessarily know what that is, but it's a system that enables us to sleep better and to not have inflammation. And he asked me whether my company sold CBD. At that time, my company did not sell CBD, but I knew what CBD was, limited basically. So I went to another company that did sell CBD, and subsequently, I began, I ordered CBD for myself, and I used CBD for myself, and I found that CBD was beneficial. Ironically, my wife my queen, she had hip pain, and I recommended CBD to her. 45 minutes later, after using CBD, her hip pain went away. So I then figured out that using CBD was a winning situation. So I named my role in the company CBD to Win.
Okay, thank you, sir, for sharing. So, my next question is, what was your experience like as an MP instructor and drill sergeant? And did you learn any lesson from it that you applied to your business?
Basically, because of my age and experience, I was able to come back in the Army at an older age. I came back in the Army at 47. It was previously unheard of because my ex wife was telling me she did not believe that I would be able to come back in at 46 when I first wanted to come back in because I got out of the Army at the age of 38. But my ex wife was even right. I couldn't come back in at 46. I came back in at 47. And I began to teach Navy personnel about what I learned and what I experienced, and it was appreciated. And I was recognized and asked for based upon what I taught. And lessons that it taught me for my business was that it taught me that I could do anything that I chose, anything that I wished for. If I believed in it, if I had a strong belief and I worked hard and I applied myself, I could apply that to my business.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, so my next question is, what was the reason for studying criminal justice at the University of Arkansas Grantham, and how have you applied his knowledge to your current endeavors?
Basically, at the age of 58, my youngest children, who were in their 20s, desired to go to major universities. My daughter wanted to be a medical doctor, and my son was really into bodybuilding. So he wanted to have a degree in exercise science. I told them both. They looked at me, they said, "We know that your body is different now because you have a condition, but we've listened to you. We will follow you." And so, unknown caller. Excuse me. That we want to follow you. And I desired to get my degree at the age of 58. So actually, I got my degree in criminal justice at the age of 58 before both my children got their degree. And I got it in criminal justice because being in the military, I was a military policeman, which meant that I had experience in criminal justice. So I said, why not do criminal justice? And amazingly, I was able to complete my degree at the university in criminal justice, and both my children were able to get their degrees because they looked at what I did with my condition and they appreciated what I did with my condition. They admired what I did with my condition, and so doing, they they prospered.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, so my next question is you graduated from August Martin High School. Do you remember any particular incidents or teacher from your high school days that shaped your mindset?
Basically, what shaped my mindset from graduating from August Martin High School, I first graduated from August Martin High School in 1976. I was 18 years old. Um, really, I was really heavily involved with art. I liked to draw and paint. Two of my instructors in the high school were art teachers. One individual in particular, his name was Mr. Weintraub. He drew very well. He was very skillful, and he helped to shape my mindset to go for it, to be consistent, that I can become quite good.
Okay, so sir, my next question is what has been your biggest career challenge and how did you overcome it?
My biggest challenge, my biggest career challenge, um, it would have to be working on the outside when I left the military. First, when I first left the military, I had to learn a different job. I had to learn how to work on water heaters. I had to learn how to train people to fix water heaters that were school trained. So my biggest career challenge at that time would have been having to speak to people that were older than me with respect and having to train people that had less experience than I did.
Okay, great, sir. So, my next question is in your opinion, what is the most crucial skill in entrepreneurship and how did you develop it?
My opinion, the most crucial skill in entrepreneurship is to have a set of habits and a set of rituals that I followed every day to do things that were sometimes hard, sometimes tough, to do things when I didn't even want to do them. But when I did them anyway, whether I wanted to do them or not, it helped me develop a skill set. And the longer I developed a skill set, the more I was able to develop from having a skill set. So that's how I developed my skill set in entrepreneurship.
Okay, So, sir, what sets the business model of CBD to win apart, and how did you differentiate yourself from competitors?
Basically, two things I learned. The first thing I learned was my company in CBD, we had a 60-day empty bottle money back guarantee. For your company to have such a guarantee, that was impressive. Number two, being set apart, I knew I needed to get a mentor. I needed to get somebody that was better than me, stronger than me, smarter than me. And I need to follow what they did. All too often, people listen to people that have an opinion about what they do, but they honestly don't have a right to even have an opinion because they haven't done it. So the first thing I needed to do was find somebody that had made CBD work, the business model work, to be extraordinarily successful, and to follow what they did. And that's what I do today.
Okay, so sir, my next question is what has been the most significant milestone in your entrepreneurial journey?
I would I would say two things. Number one, the most significant milestone in my entrepreneurial journey would be learning that I needed to find a mentor. I needed to find somebody that was better than me and follow what they did. And then I would have success. And I did have success. It was difficult for me to follow them because I wanted to do things my way. But quite honestly, doing things my way was not the best way. Because if it was the best way, I wouldn't need to have a mentor.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, sir, do you apply any leadership principles or strategies from your military background to your business?
The leadership principles and strategies I apply from a military business would have to be exercise, reading and studying, listening, and consistency of effort.
Okay, so, sir, how did your army training prepare you for the types of situations you encountered in your entrepreneurial journey?
Being in the military, the training that I received allowed me to learn that if I was consistent and I worked every day with the same consistency, I would be more prepared for anything I would encounter, and I was more prepared um, being a part of an entrepreneurial journey because I could see that I could learn, I could move up, and I could learn because I was consistent. So I was being prepared to not quit. Many people quit when things get hard, when things get tough. They quit, and if they didn't quit, they would perhaps be able to encounter a better entrepreneurial journey.
Okay, thank you for answering, sir. Sir, what responsibilities did you handle as an MP instructor, and did you gain any specific skills there that you used in your business?
Basically, the skills that I learned from being an MP instructor, I was able to I was able to um, learn how to instruct people. I was able to learn how to educate people. I was able to mold people to always work harder than they believed. And they were able to achieve more. And I was able to take that same set of skills into my business because people would look at me. They always look at what you do in business. What are you doing? Not just what you talk about, but what you're doing. And it was more important for me to teach people based upon what I did, more so than just talk about it.
Okay, so sir, what is your ideal work-life balance, and how do you maintain it?
Basically, my ideal work life balance today is different than would have been, say, 20 years ago. Today, I'm retired. So, since I don't have to get up to a job and answer to anyone, I pretty much can do what I want to do when I want to do it. It basically means that I wake up when I finish sleeping. I don't have to, nothing is making me get out of bed. I don't have to go out and drive a car into work. I don't have to respond to anybody telling me what to do because, quite frankly, I don't like being told what to do. So I'm able to maintain because I learned that if I can be in charge of what I do, it's easier to maintain.
Okay, so sir, my last question is, what strategies do you follow for success in your business?
The strategies I follow for success in my business is number one, get a mentor, which means find somebody that's better than you, stronger than you mentally, um, that is successful, very successful. So if they're very successful, you should copy what they do. You don't certainly don't want to copy somebody that's worse than you, that doesn't work hard as you. That doesn't make sense. But if you follow somebody that is going to be successful, you'll be successful.
Okay, so everyone, I hope this session was helpful for you. As always, I want to thank Sir for this precious time and enlightening us with his knowledge and experience. So let's meet in the next session with a new guest. Bye bye.
Bye bye.